I think we haven't come far enough. Sometimes I think we live in the medieval ages. When I listen to Commissioner Malmström, or I read what she has written for next year as her major plan of action. Her major plan of action is to submit a proposal on monitoring and assisting member states' anti-corruption efforts. Well, actually, this is a very special day for me, the 9th of December, because I was lucky enough to be able to sign the UN Convention Against Corruption on behalf of the Netherlands in Mérida, Mexico, at the time. And we all had the idea then, and that's already many years ago, that we had a very good program that we could all start on, and I really miss a lot of that sense of urgency when I come here.
Just to say this, to me the more important thing to say there is that so far my feeling is that we don't lack norms. What we lack is the political will to implement them. That's the main problem that we have to face, basically, because with the norms we already have, we could have done much more than we have done so far. That's the first message. On the other side as well, we have to be very clear on the necessity for more transparency. I mean, it's not for nothing that the debate we have now in terms of the WikiLeaks dossiers and so on is absolutely fitting into this debate. Transparency, that's exactly the job many organizations, the Transparency International is doing, is a basic and key issue to be used in order to implement it. But then, and that's a third and last comment I want to make on this, what we need as well is the coherence in terms of implementing this law. Not only at the European level, but also at the member states levels. And this coherence needs to be pushed by an independent and judicial functioning system, which is not the case right now, and which is not the case at the level of the member states, but it's not the case either at the European level, which is one of the problems. If we focus on the situation at the level of the member states, I mean, we will not solve the basic problem we are facing now. If there is no a really independent and functioning system at the European level, tackle these things, probably we will not have the success we need to see on that aspect.
I am pushing and I support an anti-corruption policy at the level of the European Union. For everyone to have it clear, there are anti-corruption requirements only for candidate countries. Once a country joins the Union, it's nothing at the level of the Union. The anti-corruption is considered to be a domestic issue, and therefore it's left for the countries to deal with this. Now, I think we have enough arguments and examples in member states to change this and to have an anti-corruption policy at the level of the Union and the mechanism to follow the anti-corruption measures adopted by the member states and, of course, to be able to transfer, let's say, good practices from one country to another. This is one of my objectives during this mandate. And I'm doing events on this issue. EPP group supports this anti-corruption policy and mechanism at the level of the European Union. And I'd like to say that Commissioner Malmström announced that she will come with an anti-corruption communication in spring 2011. So I believe that we'll all join to support to have such an anti-corruption policy at the level of the European Union. Very briefly, I fully agree that we need full transparency, and one example in an area I'm repeatedly asking for more is, for instance, the full transparency of the beneficiaries of EU funds. Right now, you can get information in the language of the member states, and each country gives what information wants. We need a standardized way in one of the working languages and the website information. Then yes, in order to have trust in the law enforcement and judiciaries, in the investigation of the organized crime, transport and organized crime, I would say we need a way to evaluate the judicial states. I stop here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sì, grazie. Sono tante le cose da fare, alcune le stiamo facendo. Innanzitutto il pubblico ministero europeo, pensare che la lotta al crimine organizzato si possa ridurre a un contrasto da fare nei singoli stati membri è impensabile. Allo stesso tempo il pubblico tra la politica, tra la mafia e l'economia, e che dipende dai governi. Tra qualche giorno sarà nominato un nuovo direttore dell'OLAF che avrà e deve avere un ruolo fondamentale, sempre più incisivo rispetto